There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports. There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Great location, history, workforce, innovation. Is that what you think of when you hear the words Wheeling, West Virginia? Well, here's the real legacy of Wheeling. We were the first gateway to the West. We became a hub of the Industrial Revolution. We helped build the steel industry on our river, the coal industry in our hills. We became a haven for business innovation and some of the wealthiest business developers on the planet. Wheeling, West Virginia helped move the country forward. And what about now? There's a new Wheeling, one that's inviting to new and growing companies and creating jobs. It's a whole new approach, an innovative transition from an industrial-centered economy to one that brings together the best in low-overhead economic development, one that's attracting businesses with a global reach, creating new offices out of structures long forgotten, building a new energy sector revolution, and a thriving high-tech hub. A city that has turned a declining riverfront into a vibrant landmark. Building resorts and parks on iconic areas while maintaining historic integrity. Developing empty hillsides, lots, and fields into retail, educational, and healthcare destinations. Reducing tax burdens and nurturing both small and large businesses. Once again, Wheeling is innovating, transforming, and most of all, inviting the world to live, work, and play in one of the safest cities in the U.S. What is it about this Wheeling metro area that's so inviting? Take a moment and explore. Wheeling does offer a pro-business environment, but also a pleasing blend of history, culture, fine dining, metropolitan features found both here and in our neighboring cities, outdoor recreation, and annual festivals, all guaranteed to provide you with true American hospitality. Wheeling is a riverfront city where the bluegrass meets jazz, blues, rock, and our own symphony. We are the heart of a vibrant metropolitan tri-state area with neighboring Ohio and Pennsylvania, a region of over more than 200,000 people, making us culturally alive and diverse. Located on the I-70 corridor between Pittsburgh and Columbus, Wheeling is home to a safe, comfortable lifestyle with big city amenities not found in most small towns, including Broadway shows and the historic Capitol Theater. That's why so many are saying we offer more accessibility, more centralized location, more cost savings for business, more fun with museums, shopping, nightlife, and a huge music scene. More restaurants, offering everything from our own brand of fish and our own style of pizza to great local eateries and fine gourmet dining. More development and growth. A revitalized riverfront, unique shopping at our center market, and the Highlands. State-of-the-art government buildings, global operations centers, casinos, resorts, more technology, more excellent schools, more excellent healthcare, more sports, like our own pro hockey team, the Wheeling Nailers, and a short ride to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. And to top it off, Wheeling is more appealing, recognized as one of the most livable small metros in the country. It all adds up to an energetic and welcoming city. Modern, progressive, and moving forward again. So now you know. Go ahead, enjoy the Wheeling Metro. Move yourself or a business here. Find a site and start or grow a company here. Explore our excellent funding sources and tax incentives. Learn about our business resources and live in the comfort, safety, and low-cost environment right here in the center of America. Wheeling, a city that's growing, transforming, innovating, inviting, and a city dedicated to making things happen for you. I'm John Corbett, and Wheeling is the place I call home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mountain East Championships. The volleyball season's coming almost to an end here, but it will be for conference play. 2014 coming to you live from Wheeling, West Virginia, on the campus of Wheeling Jesuit University, the MEC Championships. We got the finale here. The road has been long and hard for the 8 teams, the top 8 teams in the MEC going head-to-head. And we've got tonight Fairmont State against Wheeling Jesuit. Looks like, Lucy, we got a good matchup. We'll see who comes out of the gate fast, because that's what Fairmont State needs right now. Come out fast and hard, jump on an early lead, and keep pressuring WJU. Keep them out of their game.
Yeah, we've got number 1 versus number 2 this evening. Almost an expected type of matchup, but nonetheless, it wasn't easy getting here. Unfortunately for Wheeling Jesuit, they won in 3 sets versus Concord on the first night. That was Thursday, November 13th in the quarterfinal. And then on the semifinal last night at 7:30, they beat Wesleyan in a hard-fought 3 sets. Fairmont got their way here early afternoon on Thursday, beating West Liberty. West Liberty took them to 5 sets, so that was a pretty big match to get done for West Liberty. And then on Friday during the semifinals, they went up against Shepherd and beat them in 4 sets. Lost the first set, but the next 3 they pretty much sailed pretty easily through, because they had a lot of confidence. They were very consistent and powerful. So I think that tonight Fairmont State just needs to come out with a lot of power like they have been the last 2 days, and I think they can get up on Wheeling Jesuit quick, then they can take some sets.
Going to do some introduction to some of the players. We get ready to head down to courtside. Want to remind everybody to stay tuned to the WJU website, the athletics website, because coming up next we're going to have the announcement, I think on Sunday, of the host and members who are going to be invited to the NCAA Atlantic Regionals volleyball tournament. So make sure you check up with our social website, our tweet on Facebook. Make sure you like us, and we'll keep you up to date on the status of that NCAA.
And just as we planned, on your left side is Fairmont in their maroon, and on your right side of your screen is Wheeling Jesuit in the red. Again, Wheeling Jesuit is in that lighter reddish color. Both liberos wearing white, so that isn't a decipher matter today, but fortunately Fairmont is maroon instead of red.
I don't think it'll be too hard for our viewers.
Not now. Their maroon
actually,
is pretty distinct now.
Yeah, it's a dark maroon, and the Cardinals' red almost looks a little orangey.
Right, yeah. A lighter red than the normal Wheeling Jesuit color. with the player introductions for the Mountain East Conference National Championship, Conference Championship, and now we'll go for the national anthem. And with that, we will get rolling for tonight's matchup.
Long road it was for the 8 teams coming into this competition. We started off on Thursday night. Shepherd took Charleston. Fairmont took West Liberty. WV Wesleyan took Urbana, and Wheeling Jesuit took Concord. Then on Friday night, Fairmont State took one from Shepherd, and Wheeling Jesuit defeated Wesleyan, and that brings us right now, number 1 and number 2 in the conference as they were ranked, and that's the way they ended up coming in.
It's almost like it couldn't have been planned better than it was.
Get our headgear on here, and we're ready to play some volleyball. Thank you for joining us here on the Mountain East Championship Central. All the live action. Lucy, I know that this is going to get exciting near the very end, but I wanted to tell you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. I love working with you. It's like old times, you know. It's like we're attached at the hip.
We are.
Really enjoy working with you.
It's like my second dad. Get excited because we got a lot of basketball coming up. So as the fall season comes to an end with this championship, we'll be gearing up for basketball. But I don't want to cut this too short because this is a pretty exciting night for both of these teams.
And I think we're ready to get this championship final underway.
Samantha Obringer will start with service for Jesuit. Strong kill to start the set by Emma Schleicher.
Good save by Fairmont.
Again, back to Emma Schleicher coming cross court. Kenzie Harrison, just too much power on that one, goes out of bounds. Jesuit takes a quick 3-0 lead. Rudy gets through for
nice.
Fairmont's first point.
Tip going out of bounds. 3-1 our score early in this match.
Strong take by Toby, but a stronger block by Harrison and Kress.
Boy, that was a wall.
Nothing was getting through that.
Wow. Good defense by Fairmont. Quick set. Outside hitter.
Aaron Harwin just too strong from the back.
Yeah, we've said this before, and I hate to keep harping on it, but when you come across court deep like that, if you don't get on top of the ball, it's going to sail.
Emma Schleicher with service. Middle set by Toby to Kindle, so quick. 5-2, Jesuit leads. Harwin just a little, the set was just a little too close to the net for her.
Yep.
Wow, Emma Schleicher's serve just died over the net. Service ace for her. Wheeling Jesuit goes up 7-2. Aaron Harwin comes with some power. Harwin again goes up strong, 2 in a row from the left side. Harrison with service for Fairmont State. Service error.
Service error.
Service ace for Toby.
Whoa. That back line's going to have to move up a little bit.
Harwin again just too strong on that one. Goes out of bounds. With that, Fairmont State will take the first time out. 10-4, Jesuit leads.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Thank you for joining us here in the Mountain East. Live volleyball action. We are courtside here in Wheeling for the final in the championships. Fairmont State University and Wheeling Jesuit University. We have switched sides. No, we had a timeout. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to rush this game. Our score, 10-4, 10-4.
Toby comes out with service for Wheeling Jesuit. Strong take by Harwin, but great dig by Mackenzie Ripley. Lone block by Haley Kindle. Strong take by Kruki. That's what's so great about Wheeling Jesuit, that their dependability on every player to come and play each night.
They've got a nice rotation too. It doesn't. They don't lose anything when someone rotates in. Good depth. Coach Christy Benner and Matt Benner have done a real good job in building some strength and backbone of this team.
Especially at such a young age.
Did they get freshmen and sophomores that come in?
Right now, four sophomores on the court, one senior and one transfer junior who has, it's technically like she's a freshman. So great coaching by both of the Benners and graduate assistant Alyssa Ware.
WJU with service.
Who wasn't such a bad player herself, right?
You talking about Matt? No.
I'm sure he gets out there a few times with the girls. Almost a service error or ace, but good save by Fairmont. Fortunately, the ball comes back at the net, puts Wheeling Jesuit up by 11. Fairmont State forced into another timeout. We'll be back.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
And we're back live here on the Mountain East Championship. Hopefully heading to the NCAA regionals, at least an invitation.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if both of these teams got in with the records they've posted this season.
Look at that.
Lucky bounce off the rafters for Wheeling Jesuit on that one. Erin Harwood comes off strong again.
Yeah, that was a lazy bounce off the rafters. You would think it would come off much quicker, but it went up, hit, and it kind of hung and gave WJU a chance to get under it. Cardinals still with service. Fairmont trying to break this run. Nice up out of the net for the Cards.
Go.
Unfortunately, not enough. 16-5 our score.
Kruki with a good up. Courtney Kress with the strong up, finding the hole.
Right now, FSU is pressuring. They're pushing everything. They need to settle down. They need to play their game.
Another strong up by Haley Kindle.
Mackenzie Ripley back for service for the Cards.
Bias with service. The strong setter for Fairmont State for the past 4 seasons. Great dig by Smathers.
Nice save. Good block by Fairmont.
Witzeman hammers one home, catches Mackenzie Ripley off guard. Slowly digging away at this 10-point deficit. Fairmont looking to provide some consistency. And with that block, unfortunately, goes out of bounds. Kruke with service.
Nice block by the Cards. FSU keeps it in play. Set up inside. Oh, middle. Soft touch.
Katie Campbell somehow got that past the defense, and unfortunately Bias unable to get the pancake.
Nice up by the Cardinals. Falcons on the outside hitter. Good defense.
Emma Schleicher with the heat. Good save by Fairmont. She comes again, this time right down the line, keeps it in.
Identical.
She has performed with such accuracy.
That was the identical play, same set. They ran just the play before that. She did a soft cross. This time she went straight down the side with a smash.
Witzeman with a smash for own. Good dig by Ripley. Good block by Katie Campbell and Jessica Toby. Wheeling Jesuit now up 22-8. Fortunately, 4 hits called on Fairmont State, 23-8. Jessica Furter will come in for Fairmont State. She's a Ohio Valley kid from Wintersville, Ohio, the freshman.
Oh, 2 hits on that.
Shemitis with service for Fairmont State. Strong attack by Emma Schleicher. Set point here in this first set for Wheeling Jesuit. Obringer with service. Strong attack by Harrison.
Yeah. Now see, that time they got up on top. Good vertical height. Reached, got on top of the ball, went cross court down to that far corner. Nice shot.
Service error and set number 1. Wheeling Jesuit 25, Fairmont State 10.
We'll take a break here. Mountain East Championship final action from Wheeling. Don't go away.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Welcome back to the Mountain East Championships here in Wheeling, West Virginia. Don Watson along with Lucy D bringing you the action. Fairmont State and Wheeling Jesuit Cardinals going head-to-head in the finals of this conference championship. The Invitational, the top 8 teams in the conference come in to go head-to-head. We're down to the final 2. Finish finished up game one. WJU took it 25-10. We'll see how FSU and the Falcons come out and make adjustments. Switch sides. Fairmont will be on the right. WJU on the left. Lucy, what do you think?
Well, obviously, I think Wheeling Jesuit came out with a lot of consistency with their power, especially Emma Schleicher, who we have just been raving about all tournament long. But I don't think that's the Fairmont State team that has a 24-6 record this season. I think they came out a little timid. This is Wheeling Jesuit's home court. Wheeling Jesuit hasn't lost a conference set yet, and I just want to see a strong outing by Fairmont State. Aaron Harwood, we have talked about all tournament long. Mackenzie Harrison, the setter Tabby Bias. They played well, but they didn't play to the capability that we're used to. So I would love to see a strong outing by them to try and get back into this set two and take it. And I do truly believe that they can take set number two if they play like they did yesterday versus Shepherd.
Yeah, I tell you what, they were not the same team we saw take on the Rams.
They just dominated Shepherd yesterday after set number one, which they lost. It's almost like they got this drive and motivation within them to play as hard as they could, and I would love to see that motivation come back out again.
Absolutely,
right now.
And for those of you who weren't there, the Rams came out and took it 25-23, so it was really, really close. And then Fairmont State came back 25-18, 25-19, 25-23.
Bias with service for Fairmont.
Ooh, that was a weak up by the Cardinals, but somehow they made it work. Oh, that set
Great
was
attack
really
by
close to the net.
Sister attack there, set by Andrea Toby, attack by Jessica.
Toby made that set so nice. It was right at the net. Beautiful reset.
Down the line for Fairmont by Rudy, unfortunately on the out of bounds side.
Oh, nice
Good
pancake.
dig.
Point for Fairmont. No, excuse me, I take it back.
Yeah, Fairmont.
That was? I was sitting there looking at the ref, and I was...
Couldn't tell which way she was going. Strong block by
Nice
Harrison
block.
and Rudy. Kruki with a strong outing.
Falcons couldn't get that one out of the net. 5-2 our score.
Service ace for Toby. Jesuit goes up 6-2.
Nice set outside hitter. Great up by the libero for the Cardinals. They keep it in play. WJU tried a little dink.
Harwood from the left side. Great block by Harwood and Rudy.
Awesome play by both teams on that. Great reach and recovery on the backcourt by the Cardinals just to keep that ball in play, and then FSU putting it away at the end.
Service error.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
that Fairmont really doesn't need. They need to get the momentum shifted their way, and with that kill they had, that block, excuse me, they had it and have to try to get it back.
Cardinals with service.
Strong attack by Harrison.
Quick set. Falcons were there, keeping it in play.
Oh, almost a save by Jesuit.
Nice hustle. Couldn't quite get there, though.
Fairmont gets back within 2, 7-5.
Fake.
Attack by Krukey.
Nice attack that time.
Wow, ball hanging up by the net. Katie Campbell takes advantage.
Oh, that is a rare, you rarely see McKenzie miss on a service. You know, we talked earlier about her coming into the season with that huge jump serve that she used to have.
Tamed it down a little bit, got a little more consistent, but like you said, rare. Good for Fairmont, though. Called back
Absolutely.
in.
Service for Fairmont. Cardinals with the up on the outside hitter. Change up by Cardinals. Good defense going back to the outside, down the
Great
line.
attack. Great attack by Courtney Kress.
Great vision of the court. Excellent vision. Being able to find that open hole. Nice up by the Falcons. Cards with the set to the outside. Great dig by the Falcons. Again the outside. Left corner. Block was there.
Emma Schleicher block and then a quick turnaround, able to get it out.
Oh,
Strong block.
they had the right idea going down that left side, and she was going to come cross court with it. We've seen all through this tournament that shot has not worked. Miss hit by the Falcons. Point for WJU, 13-8 our score. Second game, timeout. We'll be back here on the Mountain East. Don't go away.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
And we're back here courtside. Our score, Wheeling Jesuit 13, Fairmont State 8. We are in game 2. Game 1 went to the Cards 25-10. Thank you for joining us here on the Mountain East. Live volleyball action. This is the final in the Invitational. Had some great volleyball so far between Shepherd and Charleston, West Liberty, Wesleyan, Urbana, Concord.
Corinne Early comes out of the timeout with service. That block by Wheeling Jesuit goes out of bounds.
That same outside hit, this time they were fortunate in that they were able to get the block go out of bounds. First time that play's worked for them. Good hustle. WJU keeps it in play. Again, going back to that outside hitter on the far side. The blocks are there. I'm not sure if they're doing that to set up something coming to the near side. WJU keeps that one in after a great dig by Fairmont. Quick up. Point WJU inside the line.
Service error. Good placement by Toby.
Blocked, good recovery by the Falcons. Blocked again, this time it goes down. Point for the Cardinals, 17-10, game 2. Soft serve. Point for the Cardinals on a tip. Got a timeout. Regroup. So will we. Don't go away on the Mountain East. You're watching volleyball action.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports. There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
self-defense on that shot.
We just said we haven't seen much power, and there comes Harrison out.
We were talking about that during the break. What FSU needed to do was go back and play like they played in earlier matches here. They seem to be relying so heavily on that far outside striker to come in and make that really tough cross-court shot. It hasn't been that effective. I think they've only gotten 2 out of all that they've tried so far. They need to go back to doing what got them here. Solid defense, set up a play.
Harwood's attack.
Good fundamentals, you know, high percentage shots. WJU changing up the speed. Backcourt set.
Casey Kruge gets through the block, hits that 20-point mark.
What a
strong attack by Harwood.
Oh my goodness, and there's that strength you talked about that was missing in the first game and a half here.
Strong attack by Kruge, cross court. Casey Kruge coming alive in this second match.
Good save by the Falcons.
Jessica Toby down the line.
Nice dig by the Cardinals.
And a quick set by Andrea Toby to get in form right when Mackenzie Ripley digs, to get it up so quick. Witzeman gets past the lone blocker. Smathers with service.
Oh, nice shot down low. Cardinals point.
And like that, Wheeling Jesuit wins set number 2, 25-14.
We'll be back with more Mountain East action here in just a few moments. Again, WJU taking the second game 25-14. They took the first 25-10. Fairmont State's got to get on their heels, dig in, play some good, solid volleyball. Like we said, go back to what got you here.
Back to the basics.
Good percentage shots. Get back in this matchup. We'll be back with more Mountain East in just a few moments.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports. over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Welcome back to the Mountain East Conference Championships Volleyball Action 2014. You're in Wheeling, West Virginia right now for the championships. WJU taking on the Falcons of Fairmont State. Don Watson along with Lucy D bringing you all of the action. If you joined us late, man, you have missed some action. WJU taking the first one 25-10, second set 25-14. We're looking to see what Fairmont State comes out with, if they make adjustments going into this third match.
They got to start going back to their hitters. Harrison, Harwood, Kress, Witzeman. They got to start getting back to the easy sets, and their left side is always favored. They need to get back to what we've seen throughout the conference tournament. Right now, they're giving in to Wheeling Jesuits' strength and not playing their own game.
Thank you for watching us on the Mountain East all 3 days. I tell you what, it's been a great time period here. We have thoroughly enjoyed hosting the Mountain East. And I tell you what, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching the level of play from all 8 teams. Just outstanding performance. Got a short delay here courtside as we wait on one of the officials checking the lineups and rotation. We have switch sides. The Cardinals are on the right. Fairmont State, the Falcons on your left in full burgundy. Cardinals wearing red tops, dark bottoms. And we are ready for some volleyball action.
Strong strike by Schleicher to start out set number one. Unfortunately, a little too powerful. Fairmont State with the point.
Nice block. Falcons were right there. Oh, and a great play by the libero for the Falcons. Outside hitter. Nice defense, good communication. Quick set outside by the Cardinals. Blocked, out of bounds. Point for the Cardinals.
Strong attack by Witzeman, got Wheeling Jesuit on their heels. FSU takes a 2-1 lead.
Entering the game for the Falcons to serve number 19, Julia Shamitis.
Quick set by the Cardinals. Defense was there for the Falcons. Oh, now that was the right idea. Cross court, she just didn't quite get on top of the ball. Goes wide.
Strong block by Casey Krukey, unfortunately goes out of bounds.
Side out, Fairmont State. Serving for the Falcons, number 8, Tiff Smathers.
Strong attack, Haley Kindle.
Side out, Wheeling Jesuit. Re-entering the game for the Cardinals, number 18, Emily Blank. And back to serve, number 2, MJ Toby.
Good up by the Falcons. What a dig.
Strong attack by Mackenzie Harrison, found the hole in the back row.
Libero for the Cardinals just could not get off the court and get her feet off the ground quick enough to make an adjustment there. Nice shot by the Falcons.
Another great find by Haley Kindle.
Re-entering the game for the Cardinals, number 23, Katie Campbell. Entering the game for Fairmont State, number 6, Meredith Ruby.
Soft serve. Good adjustment by the Falcons. Right down the line.
Side out, Fairmont State. Entering the game for Fairmont State, number 12, Kate Woodson. Number 20, Erin Harwood will serve.
Witzeman, strong attack. Puts Fairmont State up by 2, 6-4. Again, I told you Fairmont State favors that left side. Got to keep going for it.
Nice soft change-up by the Cardinals. Going light on the touch. Drops that one in the hole. Boy, that ball just dies. Nice service. Good up. Pancake.
Wow, great save by Andrea. They call it on the
Nope,
ground.
They called it on the ground.
If that would have went through, that would have been incredible save by her.
Serving for Fairmont, number 6, Meredith Ruby.
Two hits.
Double hit call on Fairmont State. Point Falcons. Excuse me, point Jesuits. Back to serve for the Cardinals, number 13, Samantha Owen.
Good save. Cardinals keeping it in play.
Great dig by Krukey. Jesuit able to save it.
Yeah, that's the way that you want to play that one. FSU taking advantage of the fact that WJU was a little out of position going after that last dig. This is what we talked about during the break, coming back and playing to your strength.
They heard us.
Oh,
Emma
nice.
Schleicher this time goes up way weaker than she has been all tournament long, and it proves successful.
Yeah, the Falcons were backing up. They were going for the smash, and she just dropped it in nice and soft.
Service ace.
Miss hit.
All tied up at 8.
Yeah, that advantage is disappearing real quick. Falcons had the upper hand, and now momentum's kind of swung around to WJU's side again. Oh, good dig out of the net. Unfortunately, the Falcons could not save that off of the up. Love this service by Schleicher. Got that run, hop, and skip, and a kip.
Whatever else she needs to do to get it up there.
And I tell you what, don't change it.
It works well.
It works very well. Soft touch, drops shallow.
Wow, Casey Krukey took a shot in the face almost.
Yeah, that was a hit. That was a major league speed.
Waiting to see the point put up.
Yeah, we may have a little injury timeout here.
She might have almost looks like she's holding her nose, like almost hit it so hard it's a little bruised.
I think it was like right there on the left side face by the lip.
Trying to make sure it doesn't bleed or anything.
We're back to play. Oh, good communication that time by the Falcons.
Jessica Toby. Bias sets up Harrison. She tried to go up weak, unfortunately just too far from the net. Puts Wheeling Jesuit up by 1.
Actually, you know what I think it was? I think she changed her mind after she had already got up there.
Right.
She couldn't back down. Good hustle by the Cardinals, keeping that in play. Good save by the libero.
Another
Switch
strong attack by Casey Krukey.
Yeah, instead of coming cross court with it, she almost looked like she kind of backhanded it to a certain extent, back over the backside of her head. Great shot. Nice up. Quick set by the Cardinals. Falcons were there on defense.
Press able to get that one to bounce off the Wheeling Jesuit fingers.
10-11. Falcons still in this. They need to keep steady, strong, play their game. Play to their strength, not WJU's. Whoa.
Kindle with the fast up, but just
went just
off.
A little deep. Good block, but it goes out of bounds. Point FSU. They take the lead 12-11 here in game 3. Soft touch by the Cardinals. Off the miss hit, the Falcons give that one away.
All tied up at 12.
Nice up by the libero. Oh, what a good push.
Casey Krukey able to keep that just inside.
Whoa, I tell you what, I saw her make that push and thought it was going out of bounds. It dropped in by about a foot. Blocked by WJU. 14-12. Fairmont takes a timeout, so will we.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Coming back live here in Wheeling, the Mountain East Championships, volleyball champions. Top 8 teams from the Mountain East coming head to head. Live on the web. Thank you for joining us. Don Watson along with Lucy D bringing you all the action. We are in game number 3. 14-12 our score. WJU just took the lead recently, going up by 2. They took the first 2 sets. 25-10, 25-14. FSU has come back. The Falcons, they've played their game in this game and have shown much better.
And that's why there's only a 2-point difference between the teams, and they've led the majority of this set. So hoping to see good things from the Fairmont State Falcons.
Side out, Fairmont State. Serving for the Falcons, number 1, Mackenzie Harrison.
Strong attack again by Casey Krukey, loving that left side.
2 substitutions for Wheeling Jesuit, number 23, Katie Campbell, and number 24, Emma Schleicher.
Two hits. No, excuse me, what'd they call?
I think in the net.
Not sure what the call on that, but it went to Fairmont State, 15-14. Oh, that ball hung over the net. The Cardinals were the first one to take advantage of that hang. Point for the Cards.
Attack gets through the block.
Side out, Fairmont State. Entering the game for the Falcons, number 11, Courtney Kress, and serving number 6, Meredith Ruby.
Oh, soft touch. Good defense, though, by the Falcons. Thought it was going to drop. Cardinals with a smash.
Samantha Obringer comes in for Wheeling Jesuit to serve.
Nice block by the Cardinals.
Great block by Emma
FSU,
Schleicher and Andrea Toby.
Falcons need to call another timeout.
They're letting this one get away from them.
20-15 right now. Nice up.
Witzman just, again, like we said, cross court just not working too well, and that time just too much power. Service ace, Samantha Obringer. Fairmont State gonna call another timeout. We'll be back.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Thank you for watching the Mountain East Championships here. Live from Wheeling. We are at 22-15 in the third game here. The finale WJU and the Falcons of Fairmont State. Cardinals have service 22-15.
Wow, Mackenzie Harrison able to dig that one out to save it. Great rally by both teams. Harwood just too strong. They're going to call that a tip on Wheeling Jesuit. 22-16, Cardinals lead. Call in the net.
Oh, they called it against Fairmont.
Yeah, on
in
Mackenzie Harrison.
23-16. Oh, nice up.
Again in the rafters, proven nice for Wheeling Jesuit this evening.
Little change up by the Falcons. Didn't work.
Witzman down the line, goes out of bounds, and this is set and game point for Wheeling Jesuit here in the Mountain East Conference Championship.
Oh, nice soft touch that time by the Falcons. Just barely got to the front line. Out of the net, good save by the Cardinals, keeping it in play.
And with that kill by Jessica Toby does it. Wheeling Jesuit 25, Fairmont State 17. Your Mountain East Conference champions, Wheeling Jesuit University Cardinals.
Wow, what an exciting match. Take a look at some of the highlights of the play that we've had so far. Just absolutely incredible action here on the Mountain East. Both these teams coming in desperately wanting to head on for possible invitation to the NCAA Atlantic Regionals. The Cardinals take this one in 3 sets, 25-10, 25-14, 25-17. Fairmont State just could not consistently keep the momentum on their side.
There was just never a shift from Wheeling Jesuit to Fairmont that fully exerted their dominance over Jesuit. They just were Jesuit was just too consistent and powerful from Kindle, Kruke, Schleicher all game long. It was just, it proved too powerful.
WJU State.
No credit away from Fairmont State, though.
Nope.
They had an amazing tournament run.
Absolutely. You know, the thing for them was that they got away from what got them here, and they started trying some really heavy outside shots that just weren't working. They got away from their tried and true, solid sets, playing high percentage points. That's what got them here. They got away from it. They came back to it midway through the second game, tried to carry it over into game 3. It just wasn't enough.
Going to hear the all-tournament teams.
Okay. Hold on, we're looking for...
Harwood getting all-tournament team. Also Mackenzie Harrison from Fairmont.
From Wheeling Jesuit,
Casey Kruke from Wheeling Jesuit.
From Wheeling Jesuit,
Andrea Toby.
And from Wheeling Jesuit, Emma Schleicher.
And Emma Schleicher.
And now Commissioner
Over here.
is pleased to present the 2014 Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship Trophy to Wheeling Jesuit University.
Wheeling Jesuit accepting their tournament championship trophy. The three seniors, Rachel Kasia, Corinne Early, and Mackenzie Ripley.
Everybody got to get in there for the pose. Take your shots. There you have the Mountain East tournament champions right there, Wheeling Jesuit Cardinals. Tell you what, I gotta look at some of these, more of these highlights, because I tell you what, we had some outstanding action. We had some really great camera shots, by the way, down on the floor. We have some more.
Oh, no. Yes, go ahead with your stats.
All right.
Sorry, that was my fault.
I sat there, thought we had had some more presentation down there, but nope, we're good. We'll get back into our slow motions, our highlights. But just going back and reflecting on the tournament, the consistent play. Wasn't that any one of these teams here is better than one of the other? It was the consistent play that made the difference between the team that moved on down the road in the championship.
Yeah, like we discussed, Wheeling Jesuit didn't lose a set this tournament, and they haven't in the conference, which is obviously a great thing that they can pride themselves on. I think that from the beginning of the tournament, Fairmont taking West Liberty taking them to 5 sets and then going 4 sets with Shepherd, we saw a lot more power and dominance on the second day of play, but they came in with a lot of attitude and power and emotion, and some of that was just lacking, as we saw in the first set and the second set. But nonetheless, they had an amazing season. Nothing bad can be taken away from the success that they've had this season. Long-term coach Larry Hill is no longer with them this season, and it was a new first year for their coach Courtney Matarazzi, so she should be very proud of the season that she created after a long-term coach, because what Fairmont State, number 2 in the conference, that's a major accomplishment in itself.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining us here on the Mountain East again. What a way to go. WJU taking it in 3 sets, and they are the Mountain East Conference champion. Don Watson along with Lucy D. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay tuned. Watch us on Twitter, on Facebook. You name it. Go to our website. We'll give you an update on the possibility of the NCAAs. Who knows what's going to happen. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Good night and God bless.